the stinkiest game
that
we've had so far. It was unbelievable.
Really?
We're talking about a game so bad. It's so bad it's good. Yeah, so it's called Growl.
Yeah.
Or as I enjoyed calling it Growler, but it's actually just called Growl. It's a 1991 beat 'em up. It was taken from an arcade, and in 1991 it was the second most successful arcade machine in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. But the arcade allows you to play 4 players, whereas Megadrive doesn't let you play 2 players. That was the one thing, because as a novelty value for this game, you definitely want to have someone with you also pointing at it and laughing.
Yeah.
Because it takes itself really, really seriously. And so I don't know why it was sort of successful to begin with. I can see now why it is, but it's a very novel take on a beat 'em up. It starts off, it looks like you're in an Australian bar, like in Crocodile Dundee, and there's 4 mates just sitting around drinking, and you get to pick one of them. Who are you going to be? And you pick, they're all like quite they've all got an open shirt with muscles coming out. I thought it was a Western, because I didn't read the initial blurb.
Yeah.
But it turns out it's a poaching game. So you basically are like Indiana Jones, quite badly animated.
Yeah.
And it's quite 3D. So yeah, so you pick your character, you pick your Indiana Jones character, and then you're basically single-handedly going around this sort of half desert, half Africa, Western sort of scene, beating up people, trying to free all these animals.
Okay.
And you're just releasing them. You're just releasing them naturally into the wild. The first why I continue playing it beyond the bar scene, is because a whole load of random but very duplicated baddies come in, and you do the usual punch kick, but there's quite a variety in like punching and kick to do. And so you kick someone down, and then they're like on all fours because they've been beaten up half, and then there's a move that you can do where you just repeatedly knee the guy in the head, which I thought was quite brutal. And you go around, you can pick up, your usual knife, gun, a whip, and that's good. But when you pick up a dynamite, you throw it about a foot away from you, and then as soon as you've thrown it, you lie on the floor like you're waiting for it. And all the other baddies just stood up, but equally around you, and then it blows up.
And they all get hurt.
They all get hurt, but you don't. Even like you're throwing this dynamite next to like a tiger or an elephant that you're rescuing.
Right.
Only bad guys get affected.
Well, we lost all the rhinos, but at least we got those pesky poachers.
But I just love it how he just dives on the floor as soon as he's thrown it. You have some really strange baddies. At one point you have this army of women dressed in like 80s power suits who can fly and kick across half the screen.
Yeah.
Sort of the tail end of the first level, you've beaten up hundreds of people by now. You've gone on top of a train. No. Before you get on the top of this sort of American railroad style train, you release a whole load of hawks into the air, and you think, I freed the hawks. And then all these bad guys come out of you when you're on top of this train.
Yeah.
And you start beating them up. It's got quite a generous life bar, so you can take quite a pounding yourself. And then the hawks come and help you out. They come and pick out all the baddies. They come and repay the favour.
So they're smart. They know that
and later on in the game, an elephant comes out and just starts charging people. So the elephant teams up with you.
That's cool.
So maybe it's not a bad thing that you can't have 4 players, because all these animals that you free become your friends.
So it's for people without friends. You can become like a weird sort of virtual cat person.
Yeah, and without a friend to like laugh at the game, you sort of quite like the game. I like the idea how this guy is just trying to rescue every animal in one day by himself.
Yeah.
But it takes itself really serious, but it's really comical. It's like terribly absurd, really. And that's why it's definitely a game to play.